Have you ever felt tired in a way sleep doesn't fix? Not the kind of tired that comes from a long day, but a quiet heaviness that follows you everywhere. You wake up, do what you're supposed to do, talk to the right people, meet the expectations, and still feel strangely empty. Nothing is wrong on the surface, yet something inside feels worn down. This is the silent burnout no one talks about. It doesn't shout, it doesn't collapse you. It slowly drains you while you're still functioning. I want to start with a small story. Imagine someone who never misses deadlines, always replies on time, shows up for family, stays polite, stays responsible. From the outside, they look stable, reliable, strong. But inside, they feel like they're constantly holding their breath. They don't feel excited anymore. Even rest feels rushed. Even joy feels muted. They tell themselves, others have it worse. I should be grateful. And so they keep going, quietly burning out while convincing themselves they're fine. This kind of burnout doesn't come from doing too much once. It comes from doing too much of what doesn't nourish you for too long without pause. It often affects people who are high-functioning, emotionally aware, and dependable. People who are used to being the strong one. People who don't want to disappoint anyone. They don't crash. They fade, and because they're still productive, no one notices, not even them. Psychologically, silent burnout is often linked to constant self-pressure. Not external pressure alone, but the voice inside that says, keep going, don't complain, don't slow down. Over time, your nervous system stays in a low-level state of stress. You're not panicking, but you're never fully relaxed either. Your body is always slightly braced, as if something needs to be handled. This drains your energy in ways you can't easily explain. One of the most painful parts of silent burnout is emotional numbness. You don't feel deeply sad, but you don't feel deeply happy either. Things that once mattered feel distant. You scroll more. You distract yourself more. You delay rest by telling yourself you haven't earned it yet. This isn't laziness. It's your mind protecting itself from overload by turning the volume down on everything. Another sign is irritability that feels out of character. Small things start to feel heavy. Conversations feel draining. You need more alone time, but even being alone doesn't fully recharge you. This happens because your emotional resources are running low. When your system is constantly giving, it eventually runs out of what it needs to respond with patience and warmth. Silent burnout is also fueled by the belief that stopping means failing. Many people tie their worth to usefulness, to being needed, to being productive. So even when they're exhausted, rest feels uncomfortable. Guilt creeps in. I should be doing more. This keeps the cycle alive. The mind doesn't know how to rest without feeling like it's falling behind. What makes this burnout so invisible is that it doesn't look dramatic. You still get things done. You still smile when needed. You still show up. But internally, you're running on emotional savings. You're spending energy you no longer have, borrowing from your future self. And eventually, the cost shows up as chronic fatigue, loss of motivation, or a deep sense of detachment from your own life. The psychology behind this is simple but powerful. Humans aren't built for constant output without recovery. When rest is treated as optional, the mind adapts by shutting down non-essential feelings. Creativity fades. Curiosity fades. Even hope can feel distant. This isn't because you're broken. It's because your system is asking for care in the only way it knows how. Healing silent burnout doesn't start with quitting everything. It starts with noticing. Naming it. Admitting, I am tired in a deeper way. It means giving yourself permission to rest before you're completely empty. Not as a reward, but as a requirement. Small pauses matter. Honest check-ins matter. Doing less, without explaining yourself, matters. It also means redefining strength. Strength isn't pushing through at all costs. Strength is listening when your inner world goes quiet. Strength is choosing sustainability over constant performance. When you slow down even slightly, you teach your nervous system that it's safe to breathe again. If this resonates, know this. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're not ungrateful. You're human. And the fact that you're still functioning doesn't mean you're not hurting. Silent burnout thrives in silence. But awareness softens it. And from that awareness, healing can begin gently, patiently, one honest pause at a time.